The Helix Accord War had lasted 40 years. 17 species, 5 destroyed planets, and no one remembered how it began, only that it wouldn't end. Until the humans arrived. They were late to the galactic stage, barely 2 centuries into interstellar travel. Most thought them irrelevant, fragile primates from a gravity-soaked blue world. But when peace talks collapsed for the 8th time, the Council grew desperate enough to try something radical. They called a human. Commander Elias Kade stepped off the shuttle in a rumpled uniform, squinting up at the crystalline towers of Azer 9, the diplomatic moon where every ceasefire in history had been negotiated and broken. He looked like someone who'd missed his morning coffee more than someone about to face 6 war-hungry civilizations. The guards of the Ivram Collective flared their mandibles as he passed. One hissed, "This is the Negotiator?" Kade gave a lazy salute. "Technically, yeah. But don't let the title fool you. I mostly wing it." The council chamber was circular and enormous, its ceiling alive with light. Representatives of every faction filled the seats, glittering insectoids, scaled diplomats, gaseous life forms suspended in containment fields. At the center floated the core table, a living organism that pulsed with telepathic energy, linking every mind. Kade sat down alone. He didn't connect to the core. Humans weren't built for that kind of neural merge. Last one who tried spent a week speaking in musical notes. Human delegate, droned the arbiter mind, a luminous sphere of shifting colors. "Do you understand the terms?" "Sure," Kade said. "You want everyone to stop killing each other. Great goal. Little tricky in practice, though." The chamber rippled with disapproval. A Dracian general slammed a clawed hand on the table. "We do not need lectures from a species that still poisons its own oceans." Kade grinned. "Hey, we're learning. You should have seen us a few centuries ago." The arbiter's glow dimmed. "Proceed with your proposal." He leaned forward. "You've tried logic, treaties, ultimatums, mind links. None of it stuck because you're all too civilized. You plan every reaction, predict every variable. You forgot how to improvise." A ripple of confusion passed through the chamber. "So here's my plan," Kade continued. "One game. No weapons, no armies. You send your best representative. I send mine." The arbiter's voice sharpened. "Define game." Kade reached into his pocket and pulled out a small cube, 6 sides, dots painted unevenly. "Dice." The translators paused. Entire civilizations processed the alien concept of chance. "You mean," said the crystalline diplomat from Valaris, "the outcome is random?" "Exactly." Kade smiled. "Winner dictates the peace terms." Chaos erupted. Telepathic frequencies screamed. "Unacceptable. Primitive. Absurd." The arbiter thundered, "You mock this council with toys?" Kade shrugged. "You've been at war for 40 years. Maybe it's time to try something that doesn't make sense." For a long moment, no one spoke. Then, slowly, one voice broke through, deep, resonant, unexpected. "I will play." All eyes turned to the speaker, General Vrakor, commander of the Threx Dominion, conqueror of 12 systems. His armor gleamed like blood in starlight. "You will regret this," the general growled. Kade tossed him the dice. "Story of my life." The chamber fell silent as the cube clattered across the living table. Kade's roll, 3. Vrakor's, 2. A murmur rippled through the crowd. "That's it," the general snarled. "Yep," Kade said. "Humans win. War's over." The general rose, claws extended. "This is an insult." Kade stood too, meeting his 4 eyes without flinching. "Yeah, probably. But you agreed to the rules. That's the thing about chance, it humbles everyone. Even winners." The general hesitated. The core table pulsed, recording every telepathic nuance, the Threx leader's rage, confusion, and something stranger. Relief. For the first time in decades, the burden of control lifted. He'd lost, but to something outside his logic. He couldn't predict it, couldn't blame it. He could only accept. The Arbiter's light dimmed to a soft gold. It is done. Across the chamber, the delegates sat in stunned silence. The neural network of the core registered an unprecedented event, collective stillness. No one plotting, no one calculating. Just breathing. Kade stretched, pocketing the dice. See? Easier than you thought. Zalen, the insectoid scribe, clicked nervously. You manipulated probability to force surrender? Kade smiled. Nope. I trusted luck. Luck, the Arbiter repeated, tasting the word like it was toxic. Illogical. Exactly, Kade said. That's why it works. He turned to leave, boots echoing softly on the crystalline floor. Behind him, 6 warring empires sat together for the first time in living memory, united not by reason, but by randomness. Outside, on the silver balcony of Azer 9, the human looked out at the fractured stars. The dice rolled once more in his palm, catching the light. He whispered to himself, never underestimate a good gamble. Inside, the Arbiter's voice echoed through the core, broadcasting to every species. Humans, statistical anomaly. Recommend continued observation. Potential risk, incalculable. And somewhere in the depths of the Galactic network, for the first time in history, the data core did something it had never done before. It rolled a 6.